Good morning. Everybody had a lovely week. Been busy here at the farm with a real job. But the last video, one of the last videos, we talked about a pump for the misting system, and it wasn't big enough. What I have here is an old pump that I got from my honey supplier when he had a greenhouse about, I think he said 10 or 15, maybe 20 years ago. And this is a Dayton motor, 1/4 horsepower with a water pump attached to it. And this is what we're going to be hooking up today. We're going to have to be inside because it's an open motor. So we're going to hook it up in here. We're going to use the 1/2-inch vinyl. I just got to connect it outside first. Alright, so once the rain gets here, we can hook the vinyl to the tee out there, but since we ain't got enough water in the catchment, we're gonna have to just use that the way it is. First things first, since it has been sitting so long, along these older ones, you can still oil them. Always look on top, see if there's oil plugs. So that's the first thing we're going to do is oil it. And it don't need much oil, just a couple drops. Alright, so this here has 1/2-inch fittings on it. I just have some. I don't want to run it dry. I don't even want to bump it, so we're going to just, it'll sit right there. So water goes in here and out here. I got a little piece of 1/2-inch. That's for this here. Basically, we're going to put some goop on this. What I like about goop is you can remove it if you need to. It's not cement. It's just a watertight connection. Screw this into here. And we need to give this a little bit of time to dry. That is one of the downsides. Spread that out evenly there. But you can dry fit it. So this will plug in there. And we'll probably silicone all this before we glue it, just to make sure. And we're going to have to cut a piece of this, because it's got to be threaded onto here to leave. And this is coming in. So we'll have to take this 1/2-inch line here, pull it, push it on this, hose clamp it, get a 90 it up, use the rest of it with another nipple fitting going up to the other. Let's see what happens. Fire in the hose. So this running. This is running. It's priming. we've got water to here. It may not be a self-priming pump. I may have to prime it. Well, come on. Well, if you give them a little water, they'll take a little bit. I'm gonna go out here and check on some stuff. Alright, so that is a gravity fed pump, best I can tell. So let me go hook up the pump outside. We'll get that to push the water in here to see if this pump will work. Okay, so I've got the other pump in the barrel. This may be a gravity pump. If you got water in your catchment, as long as you've got water coming out, it'll probably pump it. We'll find out in just a minute. The other pump was going to pump out of the barrel to this pump, and we'll see if this pump will pump it. Let me get this one plugged in first, and then plug the other one up. Here comes the water. You can hear it. That's what I was explaining to the viewers. Use the pump and the tank to pump it to it, and this pump to pump it out. And we'll see if it's strong enough. Nope. Let's see.
Oh.
Too much water.
It's coming out right here.
Now, I think the seal, this pump right here, the outside is coming out right here. So the seal is bad on it. So, as you can see right here, the O-ring's bad. The seal went bad because it got dry. So, while it's pumping, it's not pumping good because it's losing pressure right there. So you can see it coming back out when it's off. So the seal's bad. So that means we'll see if we can find a seal for it. And I mean, the motor itself, the electric motor is working fine. That ain't the problem, it's the pump. If it's stored dry, it wears out, it can shrink, and when you use it again, that's when you notice it. So that theoretically, it still may work, but I gotta get a seal for it. If I can find a seal for it, because that thing's older. So, but hey, it was free. Nothing wrong with that. We'll still have to water the old-fashioned way for right now until I can see if I can find a seal. So, y'all take care, and we're gonna water some flowers and some plants.